My quest begins here in John Adams' quaint hometown of Quincy, Massachusetts, where I'm on the trail of one of the craziest untold stories in American history, a mystery that could unravel the origin story of America and reveal the intellectual crime of the millennia. But first, donuts. It's a clear sign, at least to me, that the only logical entrance point for my epic journey down this historic rabbit hole also happens to be the original home of Dunkin' Donuts. As a lifelong connoisseur of both bizarre, unexplored tales and sugary, highly processed breakfast treats, this simply cannot be a coincidence. So, with an hour to kill before my guided tour of Adams' birthplace and historic home estate, known as Peace Field, I make my first pilgrimage of the day to the shore of Quincy Bay, but only after double and triple checking Google Maps, since there are, no lie, 8 Dunkin' Donuts within a 2-mile radius of Adams' tomb. Also known for its speckled granite, Quincy's other famous landmark is a giant 9.5-ton ball of polished stone once designated by Ripley's Believe It or Not as the most nearly perfect sphere in the world. Just down the road from what I can now confirm is a breathtakingly round piece of large rock, stands the original Dunkin'. In 1950, Bill Rosenberg, an 8th grade dropout and Army veteran, was in his basement workshop halfway through the process of rebranding his open kettle diner, when he realized he didn't have the materials or the roof space to spell out donuts, or dunking, for that matter. Thus, the artfully abbreviated Dunkin' Donuts was born. Nowadays, DD is a $10 billion behemoth with franchises all over the world, including one near the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, which, yes, I have also frequented. But it all started here at this narrow little corner spot, where, this morning, a guy sporting neck tats, New England Patriots camo cargo shorts, and impeccable manners holds the door open for me as I breathlessly pass into my munchkin mecca. And as soon as I hear, "Mornin', honey, welcome to Dunks, what you havin', love?" I know this wicked awesome adventure is officially underway. Admittedly, after my first stop, I was a little worried about being dangerously over-caffeinated from my initial research on the solemn grounds of the Adams National Historic Park. Until, that is, I knocked on the screen door of Adams' classic New England-style country home and was greeted by our quirky, enthusiastic, and encyclopedic tour guide. Is there any other kind? Decked out in the full ill-fitting Army Green National Park Service Ranger uniform, complete with the iconic broad-brimmed Stetson-style straw hat, every time our guide spoke of John and Abigail Adams, one of the greatest love stories in American history, she would clasp her hands under her chin out of sheer excitement and reverence, and rise up on her tippy toes, which has to be a dangerous habit working inside historic homes with such impossibly low ceilings. As we duck into the old house at Peace Field, one of the first things our ranger informs us of is that, in her mind, John Adams was actually a big old softy, an absolute marshmallow who loved life and was very well liked by everyone, which is very much the opposite of the fierce, irascible, and curmudgeonly character made famous by Paul Giamatti in the HBO miniseries based on the Pulitzer Prize-winning book by David McCullough. Adams was a revered political theorist, negotiator, and orator, but he was also a fairly well-known grumpy pants who could be irritable, brash, and insecure, oftentimes all at once.